What's up, guys? Welcome back to F4A. I got another Hidden Gems episode for you today, and for this episode, it's my favorite World War One movie. Now, there's not a lot of movies about World War One, so this actually is surprising to me. It's called The Lost Battalion. It was made in 2001. It's it's one of those movies that didn't keep in mind it's 2001, so there's not a lot of blood and gore and all that bad stuff and everything. So practical effects, digital effects, and everything. This movie doesn't really have it. So just this movie, the concept is it's World War One. It's about an American battalion, about 500 soldiers. They're ordered to attack the German line along with several other supporting battalions and such. For those of you who don't know how big a battalion is, it's between about 500 to 2,000 men, and that's a lot of guys. So these guys, keep in mind, this is World War One. They're ordered to attack. So trench warfare, they have to expose themselves in enemy fire and just keep going, keep moving, keep moving slowly moving forward. And the crazy thing is they actually do take their objective, and just they keep moving and everything. The lines of communication on this thing is radios were introduced into the war and everything, so just essentially if you wanted to cut someone's radio in that days, just cut the line. That's it. Snip. Then that's it. Or carrier pigeons is what they also used to use. And in this movie, you'll actually see my favorite bird, Cheramie. For those of you who are wondering why I'm discussing a pigeon, a bird, look it up yourself. Her name is Cheramie. She's in the Smithsonian. She's a badass little bird. Now, anyway, back to the movie. The movie is the crazy thing that keeps going on in this movie is that, like I said, you want to cut someone's communication, you cut the radio line and everything. And for carrier pigeons, they just fly one direction. They don't fly back. That's the problem with that line of communication, typically. So what ends up happening is the Lost Battalion actually ends up surrounded completely in enemy lines, completely in the Argonne Forest. Now, just the Argonne Forest, it's completely a thick tree and everything. Like if you want to look like yourself through the Argonne Forest and everything, you're gonna just most pilots and everything in World War One cannot see this. They're lucky. They flew in biplanes. They could not find their allies. They didn't know where they were. No one knew where they were or where exactly they were. So keep in mind too, while this is going on, they're holding their ground and just fighting this entire time, thinking that their allies are on their flanks, keeping them safe and everything. But guess what happens? Surrounded, Lost Battalion. They held their ground for about 8 days, 6 to 8 days total, and with low water, no food, and barely any ammo. One of my favorite lines in this movie is when a German officer is talking to his generals that, how are our attacks still failing and everything. The lieutenant says, one guy, this battle should be over, sir. One guy has 3 bullets, another one has 5. One of them, 0. Another one, 2. The other one, 0. That's one of my favorite lines in the movie. This is a really good movie. It's crazy what exactly these guys went through, and exactly how much the brutality they went through too. World War One introduced so many new weapons. They dealt with machine guns and flamethrowers. That was insane. And the crazier part is too, their commanding officer, their Major Whittlesey, he held the line with them. He was willingly right there with them. He wasn't one of those guys that stuck behind. He was actually in the front with them. This is absolutely one of my favorite World War One movies next to 1917, but that was more modern. Go check this out. It's called The Lost Battalion. It's unfortunately, from what I've seen, not on any anything like Netflix or Amazon Prime or Hulu or anything, so it's a little difficult to find, but it absolutely is worth looking for. It's a really good movie. The Lost Battalion. Go check it out, and let me know what you think of it down below. I know you guys will enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. See you.